So this is game 2 of the playoffs for the Phantoms. Hopefully you've seen my other games for the Blades of Steel and Stars where I lost in the finals for the final game. And yeah, so that was unfortunate. This is the Phantoms. We need to win this in order to move on. And the way the series works is a little bit different than the other ones where it's actually a full game. So if we win this first game, it goes to a 3-on-3 overtime. It counts as game 3. And if that doesn't happen, like nothing changes there, it goes into a shootout. So we have to win this one since we lost the previous one with like 30 seconds left. Yeah, and so we have to win this one for that. So that's a bit disappointing and difficult, and we'll see how that one goes. I decided to wear this glove, which is different obviously from the rest of the playoff series where I was using a 600 break. This was the end of the playoffs for all my team. My other teams were eliminated, so this was kind of the end of, so I only had, all my other teams were eliminated, so I only had one thing left. So I figured, you know what? I'm gonna wear the best glove I have right now. And if my wrist gets hurt, my wrist gets hurt. I didn't have to wear a brace, so I took it off because it was feeling a bit better, and also like I didn't have many more games after that. I could kind of deal with once a week. So I wore this because it's simply the best catching glove I've ever used by far, and I can shoot better with it than anything else as well. So I figured I'd give myself the biggest advantages I possibly could, put this one on to see how I would end up playing in this. You want to support the channel and you need a base layer and a protective kind of supportive base layer that helps protect your growing as well as your hips. Check out the Heretic. This is the Pro 1.0 pant, so this one is not quite as restrictive, and this is kind of tight right here in this X pattern. You might have seen these as Under Armour before, or Bauer for the hockey specific ones. There's also the Core 3.0, which is a lot stiffer, as you can see. Really helps protect my growing and keeping it kind of in place and make sure it doesn't overstretch itself. There's a discount code, and you click the link in the description. Use that discount code to get a discount off, help support myself, as well as get you some pretty awesome base layer pants that really do help with injury prevention and help stabilize your core while playing. Otherwise, if you want to support the channel without buying anything, check out links in the description to Patreon, buy me a coffee. Everything through there comes, again, back into the channel so I can make more content and doing real reviews.
Y'all ready for this?
that is it. And as you can see, there's no goals against in this video. But this guy who came down ended up actually scoring on me, and my team did not score. So we ended up losing in a shootout. Unfortunately, the camera died, and this is kind of the thing with my GoPros where I really only bring one battery per game. It's a pain to switch in between games. I might do it in the playoffs like this year if it happens, just so I can get the whole thing in, because this happened kind of a few times this year where it just doesn't last more than like 50 minutes. So once the game goes past 50 minutes, you're kind of stuck. So I'm going to try to hopefully do that in the future, because as you can see, another game where it went to shootout, and unfortunately we ended up losing this one. A bit of details about this overtime, which was kind of weird. You can see me kind of go like, that wasn't me complaining about the refs. That was me like, why are we taking a dumb penalty when we don't need to in overtime? And it was a dumb penalty, and I was just like really frustrated at that. And the other thing is, we won the first game obviously, and if we kept our foot on the gas at the very end and actually like made sure we played to the end of the game, we would have moved on in the playoffs and we would have won this round, but we didn't at the very end, and they scored with like 3 seconds left. So it kind of sucks as well. So my frustration was kind of boiling at that point. The other thing is that one guy who gets in the scrum in front of the net in the second period actually got kicked out of this game. So there's a rule where if you get 3 penalties, you are kicked out of the game. And the weird thing here is the overtime is a separate game technically or something. So he came back and ended up playing on that 3-on-3, which is odd. And I feel like he shouldn't have been allowed to do that, but he did, and he was there. So weird end result. Overall, the Phantoms played pretty good in this game. They had a bunch of goals. They played well enough to not let in a ton of chances against me. I played pretty solid. Got a couple lucky ones where they had a wide open net. I could reach out with my glove and grabbed it, then got absolutely jammed in the back of my arm. But yeah, that one was annoying. But overall, like, I played pretty good. Team played pretty good. We definitely won the game. But then when overtime came, we kind of just blew it a little bit. Had a couple bad chances where like their penalty ended and we gave up a pretty bad breakaway in that one. And then we just couldn't finish it off for a shootout. So disappointing, but at the same time, like, they play good, so it's hard to be really upset with yourself. Yeah, you want the win, but when everyone plays solid and does their job and you just don't win, it's hard to be really upset with everything. So they battled, they played good. Fortunate end result, here we are. So that's it for this season, which is kind of a good thing because now it's like almost December. I haven't started the new season yet, and you got a couple months of that already. So excited to start that up and show that up. A lot less teams this year, so it should be able to easier go forward because I'm not in net 5 times a week. So that's a nicer thing going forward, so it won't be as difficult to catch up on. And I think for the Phantoms next year, I'm not gonna film every game, or if I film the game, I might not edit every game. They kind of split up the league a bit where a bunch of the top teams, like that Leafs team that used to play in Meridian that's in here, and 2 other teams, the Heaters are really fun for me to play against, and a ranking team. Like, I loved playing against those teams, but we got like dummied against them, and we got outshot a lot, we got outplayed a lot. So unfortunately for me, we're like in the middle division now and not like playing against those teams, because I love playing against them. I love the shots, I love the work, but really the team can't really compete. So like when we play against some of the weaker teams, that even if it's like a close game, it's just like boring hockey, I'm not going to edit it and put it in here, and people will say, oh, this hockey's boring. Well, it's actually boring, and so I'm probably not going to put that one in just because it's not totally worth it, and it's a lot of effort for stuff that's like maybe you have 3 minutes of footage, so might just leave that as is. But thank you for watching the season. Unfortunately, Phantoms, we couldn't repeat our championship that we won last year. We weren't even close to that. 3 of my teams were basically first round exits, and then 2 of my teams went to the final. So kind of a big difference there. We'll see what happens in the new year. A couple of my teams have started really strong. One team has not started too strong. So we'll see how that ends up going. And can't wait to watch those videos and with the new gear and stuff like that and go through that. So thank you very much for watching, and take it easy.
You're watching HockeyReviews.ca.